TOMz.
Sanibonani Mzansi, siyanamukela futhi kwesinye isiqephu sana kakhulu TOMz Roger on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure.
Most definitely, this is the freshest science and technology show with no doubt. One of my friends went skydiving this weekend, and Bagabuya, he told me his insane story.
Okay.
So what had happened was, before he pulled the cord, and Ichiziyako was beating like crazy.
Yo, when have you ever gotten that feeling? Well, Leo gets adrenaline rush. Iyenzeka uma wenza something dangerous. Kodwa ke bakhona abantu are actually addicted to that feeling, and labantu laba sibabiza adrenaline junkie.
Well, Sambile sahlangana nabo to see exactly what they get up to, and it's finally the time you guys know exactly what adrenaline is.
So let's check out what we have in store for you today. Here's what's coming up on today's show of TOMz. Now, from quiet to ziplining, meet the guys who are not afraid to take a risk in the name of fun. How do you know if you're having an adrenaline rush? Now, extreme sports often start out of necessity. Get your daily history dose to find out how. Now, in Jenga people are about to go overboard with the future of this insanity. Now, talk about how adrenaline affects you daily and what to do about it. And what if you could skydive from the moon all the way to Earth? Well, let's get it started. Now on Facebook bafethu a poster a question esenbuza yona ukuthi kahle what do you think about extreme sports? I am so scared of heights. You have no idea. I'm going bungee jumping this weekend. Well, good luck to all of you guys. Keep those comments coming in on our Facebook and Twitter pages, facebook.com/TOMz. On Twitter, we are simply at TOMz_SABC_1. For now though, what's
your name?
Balekile.
What is adrenaline, boy?
It's like when you're scared and then, when you're scared of something.
What is adrenaline? When it's adrenaline in Kulumangan.
I think it's talking about a scientist, a young scientist.
Now, what is adrenaline?
Adrenaline is like a flow of energy when your heart is beating fast, and it's a rush in your body.
Yes.
I think umuntu maka hyper, very hyper, like umntwana omncane makaqeda ukudla shukela. Yeah.
Adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's very fast. Yeah.
Adrenaline rush is when you longing for something to do, like in a hurry. Yeah.
Okay, about the adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Okay, about the adrenaline rush.
Yes.
Boy, yenzani?
Manje.
Yeah.
Yakshanje manje. Have you ever had an adrenaline rush?
No.
Ever?
No. I want to say a huge shout out to my friends, and you're watching TOMz on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure.
Adrenaline bafethu njengazonke izinto zala emhlabeni has a good side and a bad side. Well, I've got a video to show you as a understand exactly what I mean. Check this out.
Now, fast and exciting, extreme sports get your heart racing and make the world sharp and bright. Now, all of these things happen because of adrenaline. The hormone, also called the fight or flight hormone, because it helps us stay alive. But it also puts us on an adrenaline high. Now, this high can make your legs feel wobbly and your head seem woozy. Now, this hormone usually increases dramatically when you face a scary situation, but also comes down again very quickly once the danger is over. Now, the fast decrease is known as the adrenaline crash and can make people feel anxious or depressed. Now, adrenaline helps us escape dangerous situations, but too much adrenaline in the body for too long can be dangerous in itself and cause heart and digestive complications. Now, back in the year 1739, a rope slider named Robert Codman used to slide down a rope spanned across a river to impress crowds. Now, other zip lines have been used throughout the time to actually carry goods like ukudla, cigarettes across rivers in China and Australia. Now, quiet biking started out in the year 1982 when the first model for recreational use was released to the public. Now, before that, they mainly existed as three-wheelers. Now, on the 1st of April 1979, the first modern bungee jumps were actually made from a suspension bridge in England.
Yes, but some abantu are daredevils by nature.
Yeah.
In 2011, an American Navy zombie, David Smith, actually set the world record in a cannonball flight.
He was shot out of a cannon and almost traveled 60 meters at 120 kilometers an hour. Sounds like fun, right?
Yo, that's crazy. Well, guys, tell us your thoughts on our social media pages. We'll see you after the break.
TOMz.
we're back, my fans. We're still talking about adrenaline in the world of extreme sports. Kona lagu TOMz on your #1 channel, SABC 1. That's it for sure.
Now, my friend, an adrenaline rush happens when you face something exciting or dangerous. So let's have a adrenaline junkies.
Well, not only that, you guys get to see how much of an adrenaline junkie I am. What's up next, son?
When?
Yebo.
I asbunin.
Yo, what's going on, my friends? We're at it again, and today we're talking about addiction and adrenaline. Also, adrenaline. It's you and me in this mission. Let's get it. How you doing?
Fine, you?
Greetings.
Hi, man.
My name is Caddy.
I'm JC. We're on a farm about 13 k's outside Kalinin.
Okay.
This is where we do all our adventure activities, starting from our main activity, which is zipline, then going to quad biking, which you guys are both going to be doing today, the ziplining and the quad biking.
Okay.
We also do things such as abseiling, game drives, archery, you know, all that type of stuff, all the adventure activities and that type of stuff.
Okay, cool. So tell us, what exactly do you do?
I am the head guide for the company. That means all the activities that gets done, I have to supervise.
Okay.
Meaning I have to make sure that everything gets done in the correct way and safely and all that type of stuff.
So JC, tell me about the addiction of this adrenaline, because I've been on the quad bike for a few kilometers and I just don't want to get off. I was like, no, why are we stopping? Why are we stopping?
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people, you know, unfortunately in today's life and age, you know, working in an office, it's repetitive and it's boring, and you know, you sit there and you're like, oh, another day at the office, you know, so people come and do this to get exactly that, to make them feel alive.
So you do this every day?
Every day.
So you would say you are addicted?
Oh, definitely.
How does that make you feel? Like, do you go a day without getting on top of the quad bike?
Yes, there are days that obviously if the business goes a bit down, like in winter we don't get that many clients, then there are days that that I don't do the activities and stuff like that. And then obviously, you know, like every job, you know, you do get sick and then the doctor books you off, and you know, you do have your weekends. Mine just falls on a Monday and a Tuesday rather than a Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
It is one of those things where you get so used to it and you get so into it that you know, all you want to do is the whole time, which makes it a lot of fun.
You can't just sit without thinking about your quad bike.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to do it every day.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that a good addiction or is it a bad addiction?
Well, addiction, the word addiction is defined as, you know, something that can have a bad effect. And yes, that's true. With this as well, I mean, if I go racing out on the quad every day, you know, every time you do something or activity on the quads or any of the other activities, you always think, okay, how can I get a little bit more of an adrenaline rush? How can I get a bit more?
Yes.
And then you get to the point where you do something or you try something that you've never tried before and you get hurt.
Yeah.
So yes, there is a bad effect to it, but it's not a bad effect like, you know, you go through withdrawal symptoms or stuff like that. The only effect that it has on me is, you know, every time I want to top myself. So, you know, this time I wheelie for like 2 meters. Next time I want to try and do it for 4 meters. You know, that type of stuff. So yes, it does have not a negative, but like it's a double-edged sword. You know, on the one hand, it's fun and it's exciting and all that stuff, but you know, if you go too far, then you can get hurt. Yeah.
Okay, adrenaline, quad bikes, zipline. How does that come together?
We do quad safari, so what happens is you get on the quad, you drive nice and slow and look at the animals. So the adrenaline part of this is not that much, but I mean, a lot of people have never driven quads in their life before, so for them just getting on a quad is like, you know, so that's where the adrenaline comes in.
Now, my friend, speed is adrenaline rush. So how do you know when it's happening? Well, you'll notice an increase in strength. Abanye abantu have been known to lift cars in moments of a rush. You're crazy. Now, next up, you'll have no sensation of pain at all. Now, this is so that your body can protect itself, while other senses like vision and hearing will be heightened. Now, this is coupled with a boost in energy as more sugar is released into your bloodstream. Now, you'll also notice rapid breathing. Everything during an adrenaline rush happens so fast that your heart rate will jump suddenly. Now, this will also cause your blood pressure to go up and your body getting sweaty. Yo! Yo, now who knew that there was so much science behind zip lining? Okay, again, I was ukuyishaya into yakho kodwa ke ebethuke kancane ngimbonile. Now mafethu mina ngifuna ukwazi, what would be the most extreme stunt? Sisaqama nge-1 thina skydiving from the moon to Earth. Now let us know if ucabanga ukuthi kahle kahle lokhu kungaba possible. Siyabuya khona manje ungayindawo. Welcome back to TOMz right here at SABC Mzansi for sure.
Yeah, bafethu, and I hope your blood is rushing and pumping because I suspect that the machine needs adrenaline.
Well, it's actually about to get real. A little bit later on the show. So let's if you try to skydive from the moon to the Earth. Let's take a last look at an adrenaline in the field. That's all.
Okay, so next activity, like I said this morning, is going to be the zip line. Okay, for that I'm going to hand you over to my man JP. He is my second in charge.
Right, so you're going to be doing the zip line with me?
Yep. I have no idea what zip line is. I just know you just swing from one end to the other.
Cool, let me break it down for you. Right, simple, what we're going to do is we're going to put you in a full body kit.
Okay.
Right, now full body harness, we're going to clip you up into a trolley.
Okay.
And on that trolley we're going to clip you onto the cable.
Okay.
Right, and now that trolley is custom made,
Okay.
and the cable that we use is bigger than any other zip line in the country.
Oh.
Okay, we use a 16mm galvanized steel cable.
Great.
So you're safe.
Okay,
Its
yeah.
working load is 35 tons.
Okay.
So I'm safe.
Okay.
So what happens is when you get down to the bottom, there'll be no touching the cable, there'll be no holding on to anything else, you'll just hold on to the trolley.
Okay.
There'll be brakes installed at the bottom,
Okay.
and the brakes will catch you and slow you down.
Okay. Cool.
So there's nothing to worry about. You just hold on to that trolley and enjoy the view, and if you want to, you can scream.
Okay.
All right.
We've got 4 slides, each slide's ranging distance anything from 265 to 570 meters.
Okay.
Yes, that's over half a kilometer.
Wow.
Okay, with a top speed of over 120 k's an hour. That's just you and this cable zipping down at 120 k's an hour. It's insane. A lot of fun, a lot of adrenaline.
Yeah, that's
you guys
real
will love
adrenaline.
It. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I need everybody to listen up here. When we put you in the full body harness, please do not fidget with your clips or your straps. If you feel uncomfortable at any point, you ask JC or myself to sort it out for you. Okay? All right? If you feel that it's not tight enough or it's loose, too loose, ask JC and myself to sort it out for you, because we don't want you to accidentally unclip yourself, and then when you sit down in the full body harness, then that happens and it becomes a very uncomfortable ride. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing will happen to you, it'll just be one hell of an uncomfortable ride. Okay, so we clip you in, put you there, and then we'll double check everything for you. So please, number 1 rule, do not fidget with the harness. We clear? Yeah. Any questions there? Cool beans. Secondly, the trolleys are custom made. If this drops, that's a broken toe. Okay, so please do not take it off yourself. Leave it on your harness. Do not fidget with it. They leave it for us to take it off for you. All right. Okay, your straps are good. Okay, cool. Katie,
Yeah.
you ready?
Yeah. Sure.
First tower.
Of course.
All right, guys, first tower, skid marks. So what's gonna happen here is 342 meters long, okay? So your first tower, if you don't feel comfortable at all, hold on to the trolley until you hit the bottom, just so you know where it is and just so you'll know what it feels like. Okay, you got it, Katie?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. So what's gonna happen is, at that last corner right there, on the right-hand side, nobody goes up past that platform. Okay, nobody goes up past that platform until JC calls you to. And you'll say, and it's one at a time. And we can start working our way up to the top.
You can do this. This is easy peasy.
Now, when something exciting or dangerous is about to happen, the hypothalamus in your brain sends signals to your adrenaline glands, letting them know that it's time to start producing adrenaline and other stress hormones. The adrenaline then moves in the bloodstream and binds together with different parts of your body. It binds to your heart, which causes the increase in heart rate and sweat. It also binds to your liver, muscles, and fatty tissue, which causes them to release more sugar and fat, which gives the body the energy boost.
Okay, so tell me about the science behind it. What pushes you and what stops you? Because you're telling me there's brakes in front.
Okay, so the braking systems, the brakes stop you.
Okay.
We got a zipline stop.
Yes.
Now that zipline stop works on a ratio system.
Yes.
Now what happens is as you come in, the faster you come in,
Yeah.
the quicker it stops you.
Okay.
The slower you come in, the more it lets you go in.
Okay.
But it doesn't stop you suddenly.
Okay.
When we send you down, weight's got a lot to do with it. Okay. Also wind.
Wind.
Yes. So if there's wind behind you, you go faster.
Okay, but there's no wind behind it. There's not going to be wind.
There will be.
How? From what? From where?
Well, we're on the top of a gorge. There's a lot of wind. There is going to be wind. Okay. The way that the gorge is laid out,
Okay.
the way we've got the towers,
Okay.
we catch the most wind. So on most of the glides, we catch the winds from behind. On the one glide, we catch the wind from the front.
Yes.
And that wind, that one will slow you down.
Okay.
Okay. Secondly, on the longest glide, our last glide, you want wind behind you. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck at least 30, 40 meters from the start.
Okay, I need that wind. Okay, so tell me about the adrenaline, the rush. How is it like?
For me, it's exciting the whole time. I mean, you're 75 meters above the bottom of the gorge. So you get to see the river, you get to see the trees. It's a beautiful sight.
Okay, tell us, what kind of people actually come here to experience the whole adrenaline with the quad bikes and the zip line?
Mostly our clientele is people that, you know, they're not necessarily adrenaline junkies, but they like doing the outdoor things, like they like going hiking, they like going ziplining, you know, they like doing abseiling, that type of stuff, which kind of makes you an adrenaline junkie because obviously, you know, all that stuff makes your heart pump and all that type of stuff. And personally, you know, it makes you feel alive. And that's the thing. I think that's mostly why we get clients coming, because they want to feel alive and they want to conquer their fears. For instance, with a zip line, it's 75 meters above the ground. Okay, that's quite high. A lot of people are afraid of heights.
Yes, yes.
One of the quickest, easiest, safest way to get over that fear is to come ziplining. Because you're going to be up that high. But you're not going to be concentrating on that, because you're going to be concentrating on amazing views, the awesome speed, you know, and just the exhilarating feeling of the adrenaline pumping through your veins.
Oh, wow. Wow, that was crazy. I'm a person who's born early now, and I think I understand why my adrenaline junkies can be addicted to the rush, because I am right now. It's born early from zip lines to quad bikes. It's your boy CAD, you are pronounced Caddy, and this is the end of the mission. Thank you very much. This was crazy.
You're most welcome, man.
Can I do it again?
Well, why not? We just go do the last one.
Cool, let's get it.
All right, let's do it.
Go.
Now bafethu nazi ukuthi TOMz iyathanda ukuvakashela lapho ey'koleni zenu, and today is no different. Sesahamba ke sayovakashela abangani bethu wena lapha ekhaya. If uyayibona lapho escreenini sakho, then do the right thing by tagging yourself on our social media pages, Facebook na Twitter bafethu. Sikhona noma usafuna TOMz ize esikoleni sakho, then you can drop us an email on tomz@sabc.co.za. Right now though, let's see what went down.
Yo guys, what's up? Ni grand, ni fresh. Come through, boy. Come through. Yazi ukuthi lento eniyenza ibizwa nge-adrenaline. Yazi ukuthi sometimes mandlala yamfona uyathuka ngisho ukuthi yo bazongithinta. Well guys, singintshele, there's an app ne ibizwa nge-self anxiety management. So le app leni iyakunceda ukuthi ucontrol ama-stress levels wakho. So bawuthukile ukuthi unga-overreact, uthuke bese uyenza into yabo ezi-stupid bese uzichayisa ngemoto or uyazilimaza. So baningaya kule app lezo enincedisa ukuthi ngacontrola kanjani ama-stress levels wenu, ukuthi bawuthukile wazi ukuthi okay, manje sengiyama, I'm thinking of what I'm doing, and then you do the right thing. How dope is that, guys? That's awesome. It's fresh, ne? Yes. Ngakhohlwa bafethu. Self anxiety management, ne? Awe. Nasibonile bafethu ukuthi ziningi izinto esingakhetha kuzo that are super exciting and fun. All we have to do is just look. And in the future, there's gonna be more to choose from as daring games become more and more popular. Mara, for now, check this out.
Now, zero gravity flights, where you get into a chamber and experience what it's like to be in space, are now open to the public. Exciting! Now, space flight is also going public, and everyone will soon have the option of doing 15,200 meters up in the air at 4,201 meters an hour. You can also try a sky jump from the tallest observation tower in the world and fall for 252 meters before stopping. Yo, talk about an adrenaline rush. Yo, now all of that sounds just so awesome. I would like to try all of that. But with skydiving from the moon to the earth, is that even possible though? Well, let's find out.
If you want to skydive from the moon to Earth, you'll first have to get out of moon's gravity pull. To do that, you'll already be moving around 20 times the speed of a normal skydive. Okay, so you're in space, right? Heading towards the Earth at 3,218 kilometers per hour. This part will take you a couple of days. So, kumbula ukuthi uphathe ukudla, uphathe amanzi, uphathe oxygen and entertainment. And at that speed though, you'll probably sling around the Earth and miss it entirely. Kodwa, let's say you figure it out and then you hit it just off the center. When you hit the atmosphere at that speed, you'll break down into pieces, be set on fire, and have all your oxygen burnt out up in seconds. Kodwa, if you have a suit that will withstand a temperature of about 1,600 degrees Celsius and protect you from the force, you might make it. Then you'll need a really big, really strong parachute to slow you down while you go 9 kilometers per second towards Mother Earth. If you have that, you might just make it. So it's not likely, kodwa it's possible. You decide. Cause mina, angeke. Aha mfethu TOMz iniphathele indaba ezimnandi khona lapha emakhaya.
Njalo kayibeshana yazi sinobele sethanda ukuphisa nako kufika ixesha lokhu.
So wena lapha ekhaya ufuna i-IJ episode ufuna uyibona khona la ku TOMz, all you have to do is
send us the idea bafethu, and if it's fresh and brilliant, we'll make it a TOMz official episode khona la ku SABC 1.
And not only that, kaloku beshana you get a goodie bag as well as just keep us up TOMz 1.
So wena lapha ekhaya, all you have to do is send through your ideas on Facebook, which is facebook.com/TOMz. On Twitter, we are simply at TOMz_SABC_1.
And that concludes our rush for today, Bafethu. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic outdoor adrenaline rush. If you have any questions, catch us on our social media pages, and don't forget to also go to our website at www.tomz.co.za for more info.
Bekumnandi mfethu. Did you have a great time?
I enjoyed
it. Ayiphi adrenaline rush nje ongaphinda futhi uyenze wena?
Skydiving.
Skydiving, from the moon to the earth?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Now Bafethu silvala kanjalo kuhlelo lwethu. Wena lapha ekhaya, do not let your fear of taking a risk hold you back. Hamba uyoachieve wonke amaphupho wakho. From myself and Keddy, it's goodbye for now.
Bye.
Check out what's coming up next time on TOMz.
Kunenga singafunda from gaming, including real-world skills and facts. We meet up with a guy who has made it his life's work to create sensational games with a purpose. So we see that we can learn through games. Kodwa, how does it actually happen? Mobile games haven't been around that long. Find out what the first one was. Gaming is going next level with these insane tech innovations.
Keep watching with TOMz every Monday and Tuesday khona la ku SABC 1 Mzansi, for sure.